This t-shirt has made the Etsy seller almost $9,000 in just 4 months of being listed on Etsy. And there's not anything super special about this design. Although it's pretty, it's not random the fact that it's actually selling. This seller tapped into a design and a target market that people were actively buying in. It's not always about generating the most creative or perfect design. It's more about, is there someone looking for this product and how can I add something new and valuable to a pre-existing market? It's a lot easier to sell to an established market rather than trying to create random designs and find a buyer. And I'm Mac. I've been an Etsy seller for 6 years now, and in today's video, I'm going to show you how to create designs that will actually sell and validate that. And we're also going to be using AI because AI is such a powerful tool when designing products. And as a print-on-demand seller, I'll be honest, I waited way longer than I should have to implement AI into my designing and mock-up creation because it just saves so much time. It can do in seconds what would normally take me hours for designs. And so I find that really cool and helpful, especially if you're somebody that does not have a design background, or maybe you've never really made a design for a print-on-demand product ever. So like I said, when we're creating our designs, the most important thing is to research the demand first and then design second, not the other way around. Huge misconception when selling online. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a search on Etsy and see what's already selling in that niche. See what's trending, see which things are popular. And honestly, if you're not really sure where to start, type in the search bar something that you are interested in and see what comes up. So for example, on Etsy, let's say that I'm interested in books. I could type in the word book on Etsy and right away, search terms that are suggested pop up. This is for a reason because people are searching for bookish shirt, book Gildan sweatshirt, bookish mockups, so on and so forth. So if I just click bookish shirt, I already see a lot of designs that have these bestseller and popular now badges, and that is data for me to realize that I should create designs that are similar to the ones that are already best-selling and popular now. Now, I'm not going to copy one of these designs, but I'm going to take note of different things that I'm seeing. So I'm seeing that there's sorry I'm booked, just one more chapter, bookish, booking is my jam, and I'm just taking notes of all the things that are necessarily showing up on these products. And one thing to note on this too is like a lot of these are not even that complicated of designs. They're like just text on a shirt, right? And so that's so interesting because it shows that you don't need to have these crazy complex designs. You can do text-based designs and still make a lot of money a month. This one says mentally I'm at the cottage and it's made $9,400 in 1 month. So this just shows you that that has a demand, whether it's a trend or so on and so forth. And that's how you would go ahead and do these searches. I recommend grabbing a few different designs that you're seeing that are bestsellers and taking elements from different designs and then combining them into one cohesive design. So an example of how that would look is, let's see, this saying here says, closed my book to be here. And then this one says just one more chapter. We could do a similar design style to all these doodles that are surrounding the design and then change out the saying on the inside to be, I closed my book to be here, you know? So it's just ways of taking elements from different designs and noticing things like that. Like I'm seeing a lot of hearts, bows, books, and a lot of coffee cups and open books, stars. And those are all things that I'm going to bring into a design because I'm seeing it over and over again on this first search page of Etsy. And I can tell that that's what's selling. That's what this niche wants. So after you've done your research, you have a few examples of what's selling. Maybe you have them saved for reference. That's when we're going to go ahead and actually create our design using everything we just took. Color palettes, text, different types of fonts incorporated, textures, colors, all those things we're going to take into our creating. So I'm actually going to be using Kittle. And like I said, I'm going to be doing AI powered design. And that's why I'm showing you through Kittle. Kittle has become my favorite design platform, not only just because of how strong their AI features are, but because of how much they actually have to offer and the fact that they were creating this platform with print-on-demand sellers and online sellers in mind. So a lot of the site just makes sense and is very intuitive as a platform. For me, who's somebody that doesn't have graphic design background, but I actually know how to make print-on-demand designs, right? So I will leave a link for Kittle below so you can follow along, but let me show you how well this AI design works because it's very impressive in multiple different ways. So on Kittle, this is what the home screen looks like. I'm gonna go up to new project. And then I'm gonna go over to print on demand and select printify t-shirt. They already have these presets for you, which is super helpful. And it will make sure that everything is designed in the correct artboard size. So this artboard is ready to be exported when I start putting designs on it. Now, like I said, we are creating with AI. So something you'll notice down here at the bottom on Kittle, this is an AI prompt board. So if you click on this, this is essentially where you can add in your AI text to create pretty much anything you can think of, and Kittle will put it in your artboard. Now, there's actually a few different ways to use AI on here, so I'm going to show you a few of them. And as I said, the first one is to just input some text here. So in order to do that, you need a prompt, and prompts can get a bit confusing when you are first starting out creating AI designs. The best advice I can give you is to be more specific than not, and to utilize things like ChatGPT even to ask it to help you to create a prompt to bring your vision to life. I start by talking into ChatGPT, letting it know what I'm trying to create, and then ask it for a prompt to use inside of Kittle, and this works really well. So going along with the trends that I was looking at before, as I mentioned, I want to create something that has this doodle-like designs with some text in the middle, and then I'm going to combine different sayings that I wasn't already seeing in designs like that. So I'm going to go ahead and take this prompt and paste it directly into my Kittl AI here. And what you'll notice at the bottom is there's two different options. There's a style option, and where here it says Nano Banana Pro. This is actually access to lots of different AI models. Now, this is what's so cool about using Kittl AI is with their subscription, you get all access to all of these AI models within one platform. So you can try out different ones and create different things based on all these different models. So very cool. My favorites are the ChatGPT Image 1.5 and the Nano Banana and Nano Banana Pro. I'm going to keep it on Nano Banana Pro, but pretty cool because you can choose which one you want to use. Also, this style option is incredible because sometimes it's hard for the AI to completely understand what exactly we're trying to create. So by picking one of these style icons, which there's so many to choose from depending on your vision, but when you choose one of these, it'll show up in your board and that will be the inspiration for the actual AI design. I find it interesting to use multiple prompts with different styles and see which one comes closest to what exactly I'm trying to create. So I'm going to go ahead and just hit generate here and wait for the AI to make my design. This one, I believe, takes around 30 or 40 seconds for the Nano Banana Pro, which is pretty incredible, and we'll just wait and see what it makes for me. While that's generating, on our left side on our menu option, there is quite a few things here. There is one that is called AI Gallery, and this is a curation of all different types of AI that was created by other artists that you can use for inspo or to grab the prompts of, or in a smart board, which I'll show you how to make in just a moment. It'll also keep all of your AI creations on the side here if you ever want to input them into your new designs. All right, so this just generated my designs for me. As you can see, using these prompts, it created these really beautiful elements that I can use. However, I want to be more specific in my design because what I want is going to have text in the middle of it. Essentially, I could use these and, rearrange them myself and put some text in the middle, or I could actually get it closer to what I'm wanting here. And that's the thing about AI is you sometimes have to do it multiple times and it will come out differently each time. So it's always something that, can be a little bit tedious in the beginning, but once you start to get the hang of it and understand the AI, it's very helpful. Also to mention that ChatGPT is accessible on your left side on Kittle under this chat button. So pretty cool because you can just copy and paste within the platform. All right, so after fixing one word in the prompt, I was able to get a little bit closer to exactly what I'm looking for. So this design here is pretty much exactly what I want. And what's really cool is I could basically use this design as it is. Obviously it needs some color or something, but it's an overall good place to start and was made by AI in just a few seconds. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make this a bit bigger and I'm going to make a new artboard. And we're going to create what's called a smart board. And a smart board is essentially a fancy way of creating a new AI image using the one that we just created. So select your artboard and click add smart board. And here I can make a bunch of changes to this actual graphic. For example, I can say remove the text and let the AI work for me. And I can create multiple smart boards and continue this. Change the text to say, I'd rather be reading. And it will just start creating exactly what you ask for. So for this one, I asked it to remove the text so I could manually add in the text on my own. And for this one, I asked it to change the text, and it should do that as well. Okay, perfect. So see how it's just overall creating exactly what I'm asking for? Now with this one here, I'm going to try again and say add handwritten coquette text on the inside of the design that says, I'd rather be reading. Make it a cute font and add more hearts and stars. Okay, and we'll see what happens. You can also change the color with the smart boards. Honestly, this is Kittle's coolest feature in my opinion, because you can really do anything. And as you see here, that's exactly what I asked it to do. And this is a more cohesive design that I can use. And again, looking back on these art boards, some design just like this that says it's a good day to read has a pretty similar idea to the design, right? And I could keep editing this and asking it to change it. Here's the one that made it pink. Obviously it added too many stars, but overall you get the idea here of how I'm just basically using prompts and bringing something to life. And here's the example too. If I wanted to manually add text to this one, I can add in a headline, put this here, and then type my own text, right? And then pick my own font and do whatever I want to it, but you get the idea of that. Now, one thing I also want to show you as well, this is a perfect example of this. This is a really basic design that sure isn't terrible, but like, is that really going to sell? Like, it doesn't have anything special about it. It looks like clip art, and we want to make things that people are going to spend their money on. So as an example, I made a smart board of this, and I literally asked it verbatim, make this design better for a t-shirt graphic design, add coquette accent stars and make it more cohesive, and change the text to have a coquette girly pink font. And I was given this absolutely beautiful design that can be placed on a sweatshirt. So utilizing maybe even a design that you already have, asking the AI to make it better, this can be a beautiful way of using the AI and making the smart boards. Here's also a very large art board of a bunch of the designs that I made. So let me zoom in here. So this one, I started out with this and then asked it to add in some text here, which looks very beautiful and very cohesive. Then I asked the smartboard to change the color. You can see all my prompts here. And then this one, I asked it to change the text. And this is a beautiful cohesive design that's created again in seconds and can be placed on a print-on-demand product like so, right? So see this? And it's made all just using those prompts. Here's a few more examples as well. I really played around with this to just show you, to give you an idea of how your wording can change so much with these AI designs and create so many different things. Also on the left side, there are templates. So if you don't want to start from scratch and you're kind of like, I don't really know what I want to make, you can find all these different templates that Kittle has and then use the AI to change them into pretty much anything you want, the same way that I've been showing you. So this is a template that reminds me of the design earlier that was selling really well, and I want to show you some variety here so not everything is super girly. So what I'm going to do is just change out some of this text manually. So I'm going to do, see, the one earlier was Colorado, and then change this to mountains. Okay, and then just for an example, we'll make a smart board again, right? And I'll use a more simple prompt rather than the large one that I was showing you earlier. So I'm gonna say, make this a vintage Colorado mountain, make it a cohesive t-shirt, add in blues, and actually I'll put realistic and make it look better. Okay, pretty simple prompt there, and let's see what it creates. Okay, so very beautiful. So see, we just had it make us a brand new design that we can use on a print-on-demand product
which honestly looks even better than this template, but it's a great place to start. So if you're feeling like you don't know where to start exactly, you can absolutely utilize these templates and add in things. And from that first design that I showed, we know that those vintage mountain, stuff has a demand. So it can be done pretty much any way like that. And bonus tip, if you've stayed this long, check out how you can actually make mock-ups within this as well. So as we keep doing, I'm going to click, there's two buttons here. Add mock-up is great because it'll actually put the design on a shirt. But if you want to get more like, or any product here, they're all on the side. Obviously this has a background, but if you want to get more of a realistic mock-up that really showcases your branding, I can ask it specifically for what I want. So put or create a mock-up, this design on a white sweatshirt being worn by a woman hiking in beautiful mountains. Zoom in on the sweatshirt and check that out. I mean, how cool is that? So you can ask it honestly to create anything. This is so cool. It's such a great way to make your designs, to make your mock-ups. Obviously, so many different outcomes that you can get depending on what you're creating. Here's another example as well. This is like a great Etsy mock-up for this sweatshirt, but hopefully this was helpful and that you see now all of the possibilities utilizing the AI on here.
So to recap for our actual selling points of what's really going to make our design sell, goes back to the research, adding something new and valuable to the design in a pre-existing market. We want to make sure that the design has a clear idea of who it's selling to, somebody that really likes books, right? That's what I was creating for. We also want to make sure that it's legible and that someone can read it really well. So when we're creating and doing the text, to make sure it looks good, because who's going to buy something that they, essentially can't read? We also want to make sure that it taps into some emotion, whether that's the interest, right, that the seller's looking for of things they like, or maybe it taps them emotionally different, whether that's funny, something relatable. There's so many different ways to execute that. But again, we find that through our research. So that is the system. That is essentially how you do your research and how you can use AI to create really beautiful designs or to amplify designs that you're already creating. I wish that I would have started doing this sooner with my designing techniques. I wish that I would have saw how much time it can save me when I do implement the AI, but to use it as a tool rather than have it to replace you completely as a designer, I think is very valuable. I will leave everything that I used and talked about today in the description of the video below, including Kittle, which is the way that I was creating the AI designs. You can try out Kittle for free and try out these AI design techniques I was showing you. They do have free credits available on a free plan. You will be limited, but it gives you an idea of how really amazing things you can create with Kittle. I use the Kittle Pro plan, which is a paid plan, but gives me more access to credits because I'm utilizing this every single day on multiple designs, and I feel it's worth it for me in so many different ways. And I will leave a discount code if you do choose to join Kittle's paid plan so that you can create a lot more designs as well. I hope that you found this video helpful or that you learned something from it or feel inspired to go ahead and give this designing and research technique a try. Thank you so much for watching. And if you want to see the 5 most profitable print-on-demand products in 2026, you can go ahead and watch this next video here.